In the top right side, we got ourselves a Kaisi Gamer. He is in the blue. He's playing with the Terran pieces on the boards. Innovation. Bottom left side, we got ourselves the red Zerg player. Fighting for the Afrika Freaks, he is ARMANI. ARMANI has been ramping it up quite heavily lately. And innovation just kind of being the same good old innovation. Always a contender in the tournaments, right? Always somebody you have to keep an eye out. Because possibly he will just take the entire thing. It has happened before, and I would be surprised if it doesn't happen again. I'd be very surprised, in fact. It would be unlikely. Very standard opening so far. We can talk about the what we expect these players to do. Innovation. Most likely we'll start pushing at some point, and then we'll have a rough time there for a while for ARMANI. Up until he actually crushes the push to an extent where innovation is forced to move backwards. Alright, first Reaper coming through here for innovation. I mean, there's enough links for ARMANI available, shouldn't be too much of a hassle. One drone is still gonna go down though, that is a big deal. That's 1/20th of his entire economy right now. It's 5%. If I'm not mistaken. I think so, right? Oh. Getting a little bit stuck there, but yeah, rough thing overall, losing that first initial drone. Really not anticipating that to happen, but hey, it did. We'll just have to make do with what's left now. ARMANI might be, you know, he is a player that should be able to kind of recover in those moments, but will he be able to do that against someone like Innovation? It's already a bit of a mental blow as well, I suppose. Reaper's still trying to just figure out what is going on, of course. It's ARMANI doing a really good job with denying the Reaper any type of real info. I mean, for all that innovation knows, right? That could just be a big wave of roaches here bulking up right now because he's not able to get any type of scouting done. We'll try again with these Hellions. Let's see how heavily pressed he will be to get this going. Okay, overload speed. ARMANI trying to get the definitive answer to the question what's going on. How you doing, Riverside? I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking. You know, smooth StarCraft 2, Pro Circuit 5, pretty darn cool. Looking forward to what happens with the with all the groups. I always like the group stage the best in the tournaments. I mean, the grand finals are nice as well, of course, but the group stage where there's just so much still left to happen, right? So many things that could still happen, and so many potential outcomes. Players just trying to carve their path towards the outcome that they're trying to find here. So much hype for Katowice. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to that as well. Hellions not committing to the run by here. The queens were already in a pretty good location. And there was a good cluster of Zerglings here also. Good choice not to continue onwards on that path. Okay, queens do get there in time with the transfuse. Overload speed really coming in handy here. Not sure if those overlords would have survived if they did not have it. Kind of saving the life of a couple of overlords, no big deal. Innovation does make a run for the drone lane here. An attempted surround, but quickly burned down. Quite nice micro here coming out of Innovation. Innovation actually getting rid of all the Zerglings. Might be able to now move towards the drones, but no, another queen came in. Very nicely walled off here for ARMANI, who managed to block in these Hellions with a couple of quick buildings going up. That was a pretty sick move. Gets rid of that, only losing 4 drones. I'd say that is quite a display of skill. Very often we see the single Evo chamber go down, but rarely do we see another, I think it was a spine crawler or a spore crawler, go down as well to entirely shut off the left pathway for the Hellions that try to do a run by like this. Very cool stuff. Hellion drop, sorry, the Baneling drop here, but there is also a bit of an aggressive move. Innovation not paying attention to his SCVs, that's going to cost him. Very much enjoy the way he spread out those Baneling shots as well. He dropped 2 over here and then went to the middle of an SCV cluster and then dropped 2 again. It's actually a very small thing in the micro, but it can increase your SCV kills quite a bit. Because otherwise, if they just come running in from the side, right, all this splash damage on the left side is obsolete, so... Oh. I mean, the queens do get the medevac, so no more running back and forth, but the marines do also get all the queens, and queens are still a crucial part for the entire battles here. For the rest of this game, there's not that much creep spread, and the creep spread is a crucial thing for a Zerg. Incredibly so if you are going to go for the Hydra attack here. That is what he's doing. So a couple of marines here on the left side also. I mean, could get themselves a couple of creep tumors as soon as they get a bit too close. Or a drone. Oh, that was close. Did not think that was going to make it, but hey. No stim pack, and the marines apparently don't shoot that quick. At least not quick enough. More Baneling dropping. Very cool. There's a dropper here, still available as well. I think this is the time where Innovation is going to start assembling all of his forces though, and this is where the real pushing starts. This is where the rubber hits the road. There's no lurkers available just quite yet, and this is why Innovation wants to force the fight right here, right now. Wants to start taking positive trades before the lurk attack does become available. Base has to be cancelled. Maybe needs to reconsider the location here, maybe on the bottom right side. Oh, that's nice. 2 siege tanks getting caught out by a couple of Banelings. The Banelings from the front also getting pretty good connections onto the Marines so far. And that was an alright trade for ARMANI, if I do say so. Still looking to see whether or not we get that expansion going, of course, in the bottom right side. Single circling to see whether or not the army is still coming his ways. Doesn't seem to be the case. I suppose it's a good thing for innovation. Can't quite afford to go in with everything he's got at this moment in time. Nice rounds coming for ARMANI, like every time. Even here, with just a little creep clearing marine squad, he already had zerglings on the other side of the attack, already set up to do the flank. Ensure that there's no way for them to kite against his banelings. Very cool to see. Is he going to do it again? Yeah, there he goes. There he goes again. Another split. Now, it didn't work out this time because, well, the medevacs are still here. And innovation was already moving backwards slightly. Lurkers here. Weird look in their eyes as they wait for the siege tank to marine ball to push through that area. Another attack on the right side is going to look for the bottom right base. And there's nothing there. The base was made in the slightly tucked in corner. That is going to get scouted here. There we go. Oh my. Those lurkers getting a good couple of volleys, but the rest of the army will get rid of it. It's all incredibly low though. If this fight does happen, it should be pretty good for ARMANI. He realizes that that Bioforce doesn't have much to stand on. Another stim comes out, bringing him even lower. But with the other attack going on at the same time, ARMANI can't quite press his advantage that he found in that location. Wants to go back, save these bases, save the workers. Doing so, exposing the left side. Suddenly, ARMANI here, I'm surprised actually at what is going on. I'm convinced that he knew about both of these locations and just decided to let one of them just kind of roam free here. Having a real difficulty spreading out his army effectively, losing a lot of drones, losing more bases here. And still struggling to have his army spread out in a way where it will be able to deal with both locations here. I mean, he was losing both locations pretty much. Some stability returns with some medevacs still roaming around as well, but at least there is some sense of calmness now. Not 30 drones dying every 10 seconds. Okay, ARMANI, can he bring this back? I don't think he can. There's already another attack coming in here, of course. ARMANI is hard pressed. Does he remake all those drones that he lost? It is an absurd amount. Or does he make an army to ensure that he doesn't die and then slowly still probably dies because he doesn't have any economy? Needs to have a really good fight here. Let's see if he manages to do it. Not really. GG is called. Innovation takes the game. Yeah, the supply really did say it all. It was a tough battle there for ARMANI. After those couple of fights. Infestors would have helped more than Vipers. Maybe. I do like Vipers myself as well. Or I mean the Infestors versus Terran at least. Versus Terran I really do think the Infestors are fan bloody tastic. Against Brodels I suppose also, but then you would need to be in the later game where you have the neural parasite. Before then, the Viper the clear option, of course. This is the how the disruptor kind of functions and how they interact with one another, right? That is why. But yeah, Infestors. Oh man. Vipers combo well with Lurkers. That's true. That's true. They managed to get those siege tanks disabled or killed off. That could be happening as well, of course. And Innovation was going for siege tanks, so but still. I know what you mean, though. It's always so satisfying seeing a big ball of bio just getting fungled, and then, you know, the fight is just an entire different thing when, as soon as you take away the micro capabilities of the bio army, it is just... It is funny. It is really funny. It shows how much it really adds. The slight movements that these Terran players do in these battles to gain the value that they do. Anyway, in the top left side we got a blue Terran player fighting for Kaisi Gaming. He is Innovation. Bottom right side there is a red Zerg player fighting for the Afrika Freaks. ARMANI. Innovation. Oh, I would like a vacation though. Oh. Would be quite nice. A little vacation. Just a little vacation. Just a small one. Don't need a big one. A big one would be better though, of course. Yeah. I heard a rumor that this year's Chinese Team League is gonna be stacked. I mean, it very well could be. It's been doing well. I mean, they managed to get quite a bit of money into the tournaments, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You're Chinese? I thought you were. I thought you was. Wait, what? Why? Okay, well, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. In fear of being wrong. Team Envy, Team GP, and many others with Korean players. Yeah, that is true, actually. Now that the Jinak Green Wings aren't around anymore, it could get pretty wild. But then, the Afrika Freaks may just have the star-studded lineup to take it all. And yeah, good game gaming also coming in. Then you have Kaisi. Pretty darn good as well, Kaisi is. Afrika Freaks has the most talents until TY goes to the military. I still think that the Afrika Freaks got a really good roster though. Right? They got Trap now. They have Stats still as well. DRG is no slouch either. He's still a very good player. Yeah. Yeah, the Team League could be pretty darn cool actually now that you put it like that. We'll have to check it out. We'll definitely have to check it out even more now. Reaper does kind of get a glimpse overall, but will not be able to stick around for too long. DRG not with the Afrika Freaks anymore. Really? Oh, man. Oh, man. What happened there? Third base for Innovation coming up. Zest is not in Razor Edge either anymore. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Wonder what is going to happen with Zest. Alright, and DRG I suppose now as well. Björn parting Zest, DRG. That sounds like a good team of StarCraft. Alright. Anyway, let me focus on what's happening in this game. Evo Chambers coming down. ARMANI looks like he's gonna go very heavy on the Zerglings here. Maybe some Banelings as well. That usually does translate into well, either the Hydra or the Mutaplay, of course. With the double upgrades evo chamber here, it could still go both ways. So a lot of links being produced. Might just be because of the Hyenas attacking here, but yeah, alright, that is the +1 melee coming up first. Let's keep an eye out on how many gas geysers are going to get taken. Absolutely all of them, so I do believe we're going to get ourselves some Ling Bane Mutalisk here. There's a lot of drones also being produced. Armani. I mean, I'm not sure if he scouted it all, but yeah, okay, he did get every, well, most of the information, right? That's really good. That's why he's droning out so much, and that's why he's getting away with it. Okay, just gotta be careful against those Hyenas. There's not much else that can actually hurt him at this moment. 2 medevacs with Marine's Might. Bailing Nest is available, but Bailing Speed, of course, quite far away. And there's the Spire. The scan not quite going to be able to see what is going on here. Guess it must be pretty clear though, right? Seeing the circlings and the banelings only. At least it should be. He's already gone for the Widowmine route, so that, you know, he knows. He knows. Did he already scan this place as well? He didn't, okay. More bailing drops coming in here for Armani as well. This is really cool to see. He's going to send in 2 at a time. And if they hit around the same time, I think this could be absolutely bloody fantastic. Keep an eye out on that. Bailing Speed almost ready. Would be pretty good if that is actually part of the play here. The Bailing Mines are about to hit. Oh, that is rough. Gonna do good on this site though. 6 SCVs go down. Ooh, that's a lot of Zerglings as well getting destroyed by the Widowmine though. It's quite rough. Okay, keeps the Overseer alive, that's a good thing. Man, this could have been so massive. That could have been so massive if he actually started unloading those Banelings just a little bit sooner. Instead he gets 6 workers. I mean, it's you know, is it worth it at that point? I'm not even sure if it is. Innovation already has 4 bases anyway. I think it would have been worth it. If he had killed more. Oh well. Oh, only 1 medevac getting to be filled up here. I suppose he knows the time is of the essence with the Mutalisk there. Even then, with that sacrifice, still losing absolutely everything. Good little bite of the units available there. Innovation hard of him now to just kind of group up the 2 forces, the new reinforcements and whatever was still in the front. Start pushing with an even heavier weight behind the push. Alright. Gotta watch out for the Widowmines. Not the greatest dodges, but it will do. It will do. At least he doesn't run all his Banelings into the Widowmines until they're gone. Another run by here for Armani was set up. He's gonna move backwards a little bit here. I think he did see the army of innovation coming in here. Some Banelings having a rough time getting close to those Marines with the Widowmines nearby. Doing a good job so far. The Banelings there really kicking it up a notch. And will that happen as well on the left side here? There's still a lot of Zerg units on this part of the field. Widowmines can deal with them very quickly though, of course, as we all know. Actually, I'm not sure. ARMANI may want to consider playing this a little bit slower here overall. Oh, that's rough. Okay, just get it. Big counterplay with the Mutalisk. Yeah, getting one SCV it seems, nothing more. Do we have the battle reports? We do have the battle reports. I always struggle using the battle reports. I mean, like, alright, well. There was like 6 battles going on in different places at the same time. Okay, Zerglings just kind of running by there. Those Baneling connections were pretty juicy. Oh, that Widowmine though. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Very rough. Mutalisk will be able to get that missile turret there as well, but will not be able to get too much more. ARMANI in a really good position here, I'd say. I think it'd all, in the end, come down to the drone kill that started off that first game, which made him play off tilt, right? A little bit off center. This time around, though, everything going as he had anticipated and looking pretty great. Innovation's army is quite terrifying, though. Hold up, actually, for a second. Just looking at Innovation's army and then the army supplies as well. This all could come crashing down very rapidly here for ARMANI. Okay, gets rid of those Widowmines. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Necessity, actually, at this point in time. Can't use those Banelings on Marauders. Cannot use those Banelings on Marauders. That's a big no-no in this situation. Innovation very happy with that happening. Most of the Marines, of course, still in the backside, anticipating the Mutalisk to also arrive. Banelings on top of Thors again, another no-no. ARMANI has to sacrifice this base, struggling to really do any type of damage to the army of Innovation here. It's slowly but surely gaining more and more ground. Do we have Adrenal Glands? Yes, we do. It should help out a lot against the Marauders and the Thors here, but will it be enough this time around? It looks like it will just barely not be cleaned up here. Although, wait, with the Mutalisk now also arriving, may be able to make it work. Good amount of lings. The +3/+3 finished up as well. And yeah, that is going to be enough here. It does make sure that Innovation gets pushed back across, but I mean, the worker count for Innovation actually also kind of smitten, isn't it? I guess the base count for ARMANI is just what's keeping him back, which is not allowing him to mine fully optimally. So he is oversaturated on some locations. This is a very important base, this right here. And that is where Innovation is going towards now. If he does manage to get that base, things could get very rough here for ARMANI. Banelings not quite getting on top of the Marine. Oh, you know what? There they go. Finally, they do. Did still happen. Is he gonna try to run the drones from this place? Wow. Okay. Almost looking to sacrifice that base pretty much. There are still 2 spine crawlers there. I do think that's a very important base to keep, but I guess he can start mining from another one. Another push forwards here. Innovation looking for the true destruction of the Zerg kind here. Almost double the army supply as well, by the way, guys. That is the scary part. If there weren't enough scary parts already. There you go. That is another scary part for you. With all these Marauders at the front as well, I'm wondering where are the Zerglings? Okay, the Zerglings trying to intercept reinforcements. not having the best of times as there's Widow Mines involved there as well. Widow Mines over here, absolutely fantastic also. The Micro 4 innovation does seem to be taking this one home for the time being. Getting another base. And the spreading out of these units has been absolutely immaculate. Muta's gone down. GG is called as well. Innovation takes game number 2.